After arriving on Namek, Goku quickly sensed that Gohan was in critical condition. He rushed to the scene, gave the almost lifeless Gohan a senzu bean, and then handed one to Krillin. Krillin thought that even with Goku's arrival, they wouldn't be able to win, so Goku simply patted Krillin on the head. With just that gesture, Goku instantly knew everything that had happened before. As for when he learned it, it was likely something he picked up unconsciously as his strength grew. Goku gave the last senzu bean to Vegeta. He only planned to fight Vegeta again when he returned to Earth. Then, Goku decided to take on the villains alone. After training under 100 times Earth's gravity, Goku was now brimming with confidence. When Bart saw that Goku's power level was only 5,000, Goku calmly replied that Rikum wouldn't be able to defeat him. He knew it without even needing to lift a finger. Vegeta couldn't help but wonder, could it be that Goku has become a Super Saiyan? He explained that the Super Saiyan appeared once every 1,000 years, a warrior capable of breaking through limits that even the most talented fighters could never surpass. However, according to later developments in the story, Vegeta shouldn't have known at this point that the Super Saiyan and the legendary Super Saiyan were two different concepts. Just then, Rikum launched his attack. He appeared instantly beside Bart, and only Vegeta's eyes could follow his movement. Goku told Jis and the others to retreat quickly. Rikum took a fighting stance, preparing to strike, but Goku couldn't hold back and delivered an elbow strike, instantly defeating Rikum. Jis and Bart, however, weren't worried. They quickly readied themselves to attack Goku together. Before Jis could finish his sentence, he was punched in the face. Goku, using his energy, sent both Jis and Bart flying. It was then that Krillin realized just how much stronger Goku had become. Jis still couldn't grasp how a power level of only 5,000 could be so powerful. Vegeta explained that Goku's power only surged at the moment he launched an attack. Next, Jis and Bart combined their attack, launching their red and blue energy spheres. Goku roared loudly but remained completely unharmed. Jis then threw an explosive ball at Goku, while Bart prepared to attack from behind as Goku dodged. However, Goku immediately redirected the attack and appeared behind Bart in the blink of an eye. Bart, feeling humiliated by the speed difference, rushed at Goku with Jis joining in. But Goku dodged their attacks, causing them to collide with each other. Vegeta warned them not to blink. Goku kicked Bart away, chased him down, delivered a punch, and then caught him midair as he fell to the ground. The whole sequence unfolded in a flash, a seamless combination of speed and precision. Afterward, Goku instructed Jis to take the two injured ones and leave. Vegeta strongly disagreed. While Jis went to fetch reinforcements, Vegeta took the opportunity to finish off Bart and steal the kill. Observing that Goku still had a kind heart, he remarked that Goku hadn't yet become a Super Saiyan. He also pointed out that Frieza was far more terrifying than Goku could imagine. Vegeta added that Frieza had probably already attained immortality. Krillin responded, telling Vegeta that Frieza likely hadn't achieved immortality yet because when the Dragon Balls were summoned, the sky would turn dark. Goku agreed that it made sense, but only Vegeta remained puzzled and unaware of the situation. Meanwhile, Jis updated Captain Ginyu on the circumstances, and Ginyu found the situation utterly embarrassing. Taking advantage of Frieza's absence, Ginyu decided to resolve the matter himself. He ordered the Dragon Balls to be buried and set off to find Goku. Vegeta sensed that Frieza was not on the ship, but Goku, on the other hand, sensed that Frieza was heading toward the Grand Elder. The catch was, Frieza was unaware that if he killed the Grand Elder, the Dragon Balls would vanish along with him. Just then, Ginyu arrived. He assessed the situation, noting that Goku should be able to raise his power level in an instant, estimating it at around 60,000. Goku instructed Gohan and the others to take the radar and search for the Dragon Balls, while telling Vegeta to handle Jis. He knew that Science grew stronger after experiencing near-death battles. But then, unexpectedly, Vegeta fled. He believed that Goku and Ginyu would likely end up hurting each other, and once he learned how to use the Dragon Balls to wish for immortality from Gohan, he could defeat Frieza himself. Seizing the opportunity, Ginyu attacked Goku, but Goku swiftly countered. Ginyu circled a tree, kicked Goku away, and sent him flying into the water. Goku stopped just above the water's surface and immediately charged back at Ginyu. After a few exchanges, Goku took a punch from Ginyu. After a series of intense attacks, Ginyu struck a battle stance, which Goku mimicked. Meanwhile, on Bulma's side, she saw on the radar that the Dragon Balls had already been gathered, so she decided to hop on her bike and head to collect them. Back at the fight, Ginyu boasted that he too could control his power level at will, then launched an energy wave at Goku. Goku dodged just in time, and the blast caused a large crater behind him. The two continued to clash, with Goku eventually kicking Ginyu into the water. Ginyu jumped out and ascended into the air, but Goku was faster. Just then, Jis distracted Goku with an energy blast, and Ginyu took advantage of the moment to seize him. As Goku prepared to unleash the Kaioken, Ginyu released him and warned Jis not to interfere. Ginyu then told Goku to stop holding back. Ginyu estimated that Goku's maximum power level should be 85,000, but Goku then unleashed the Kaioken, and his power level skyrocketed to 180,000. Goku remarked that his explosive power was even higher than that. At this point, Ginyu began to believe that Goku was indeed a Super Saiyan. He regretted underestimating him. However, just as Goku suggested that Ginyu and his team leave, unwilling to destroy them, Ginyu realized Goku wasn't a true Super Saiyan after all. A real Super Saiyan would have been much more aggressive. With that realization, Ginyu relaxed his guard. Meanwhile, Nail had already returned to the Grand Elder's location. Krillin and Gohan, unable to find Bulma, set off to chase after her. At that moment, Frieza arrived at the Grand Elder's location. The Grand Elder awakened Dendi's hidden potential, instructing him to assist the Earthlings. As Dendi passed by Frieza, their paths barely missed each other. Nail then warned Frieza that if the Grand Elder were to die, the Dragon Balls would be lost forever. After confirming the situation, Frieza decided to deal with Nail first. The Grand Elder explained that Nail was the strongest combat-type Namekian on the planet. The Grand Elder's primary goal was to have Nail stall for time. However, Nail, reasoning that fighting in this area would put the Grand Elder at risk, led Frieza away to another location for their confrontation. When Nail unleashed his full power, his battle strength reached 42,000, while Frieza revealed his staggering power of 530,000. As expected, Nail's attacks had no impact on Frieza. After Frieza tore off Nail's arm and struck again, Nail quickly regenerated the arm, but this caused his battle power to diminish. Meanwhile, Krillin finally tracked down Bulma, grabbed the Dragon Radar, and hurriedly left the area. However, Bulma found herself questioning whether she had made the right choices in the past. Elsewhere, Captain Ginyu suddenly inflicted a self-inflicted wound and, using his unique ability, swapped bodies with Goku. After giving Goku a French kiss, Ginyu and Goku exchanged bodies. Ginyu and Jis returned to the spaceship. Ginyu was quite pleased with Goku's body, boasting a power level of 180,000, although he found it visually unappealing. Goku, struggling to control the new body, stumbled several times before the scene cut away. At this point, Vegeta had already arrived at Frieza's spaceship. He swiftly dispatched the low-ranking enemies, washed his face, changed into his old battle armor, and hid, waiting for Krillin and the others. When they arrived, they unearthed the Dragon Balls from the ground. Vegeta waited for them to summon the dragon. However, when Krillin recited the incantation, nothing happened. At that moment, they sensed an approaching threat, so they immediately hid and suppressed their energy. Krillin, mistakenly thinking Ginyu was Goku, mentioned the Dragon Radar and the failed summoning of the dragon. Despite the uncanny resemblance, Krillin couldn't shake the feeling that something was off about this Goku. Gohan quickly pointed out the truth, and Krillin was knocked away by Ginyu. Ginyu explained that he had swapped bodies with Goku, striking a new team pose in front of Gohan. Ginyu then attacked Krillin. By this time, Goku had arrived and explained the body swap to the others. Gohan found it hard to accept the change in appearance. Goku urged them to defeat Ginyu, explaining that Ginyu couldn't control his new body, meaning his battle power wouldn't be as high as Goku's 180,000. Ginyu began to gather energy, and Jis observed that his battle power had dropped to only 23,000. Krillin quickly kicked Ginyu away, but Gohan hesitated, still seeing the body as Goku's. The two continued their assault. After Ginyu was knocked away, he called for Jis' help, but Jis was preoccupied with a fierce battle against Vegeta. Vegeta, with his usual confidence, showed Jis his power level. Jis dismissed it as impossible and destroyed his scouter. Vegeta remarked that his strength was growing and that he might soon become a Super Saiyan. Terrified, Jis began unleashing a barrage of energy blasts, but Vegeta effortlessly charged through them, landing a punch that sent Jis flying. He then destroyed Jis' battle suit and finished him off. Goku thought it was unnecessary to kill Jis, but Vegeta retorted, calling Goku naive. He said that without changing his personality, Goku would never become a true Super Saiyan. Vegeta then charged at Ginyu, knocking him to the ground and preparing to finish him off. At that moment, Ginyu attempted to swap bodies with Vegeta. Seizing the opportunity, Goku intervened and successfully returned to his original body. Vegeta was left confused, while Gohan immediately realized that Goku had returned to his own body. Vegeta charged at Ginyu, completely unaware of Ginyu's infamous body-switching technique. In a furious barrage of strikes, Vegeta relentlessly attacked Ginyu, yet this was all part of Ginyu's plan. Just as Ginyu was preparing to swap bodies with him, Goku, with impeccable timing, tossed a frog in Ginyu's direction. To everyone's surprise, Ginyu's body was exchanged with that of the frog. Goku calmly explained the situation to Vegeta, who, in a fit of anger, was ready to crush the frog. However, Goku intervened, suggesting that they spare it. This moment marks a pivotal transition into the Dragon Ball Super Saga, where Vegeta's role becomes crucial once again. Vegeta then leads Goku to a healing machine, an advanced liquid-based device that quickly restores stamina, essentially functioning as a liquid version of the Senzu Bean. However, this device was the older model. The new one was destroyed by Vegeta. Subsequently, Vegeta instructed Krillin and the others to don battle suits. These suits are exceptionally elastic, capable of withstanding powerful impacts, and are remarkably lightweight. It will take approximately 45 minutes for Goku to fully recover. Krillin intended to visit the Elder first. By this time, Neil was already incapacitated. Even if he seized the chance to strike Frieza, he wouldn't be able to inflict any damage. Frieza issued a warning to him. Neil chuckled, saying that Dendi should have already located the Earthlings. Only then did Frieza realize he was being delayed, and the Elder was on the verge of collapse. At this juncture, Vegeta instructed Gohan to safeguard the Dragon Balls while he took a short nap to rest. Frieza swiftly made his way back, and Krillin encountered Dendi, bringing him along. During their journey, it was explained that the Eternal Dragon of Namek must be summoned using the Namekian incantation. In the anime, it was revealed that the Elder believed Krillin and the others were incapable of gathering all the Dragon Balls, so he withheld the incantation from them. The manga provided a different explanation. The Elder feared that Krillin and his companions would be captured by Frieza and coerced into divulging the incantation. The Elder did not intentionally keep the information from them. Subsequently, Krillin and the group arrived at Gohan's location. Seizing the opportunity while Vegeta slept, they hurried to summon the Eternal Dragon. Frieza was approaching rapidly. After Dendi recited the incantation, the Eternal Dragon of Namek, Porunga, manifested. Porunga translates to Dragon of Dreams. Simultaneously, a live broadcast was taking place on King Kai's planet. Dendi urged Krillin to swiftly make his wish. Krillin's first wish was to revive all the Earthlings killed by the Scions. However, Porunga can only revive one person at a time, making this wish unfeasible. King Kai relayed this information to Piccolo and the others. Piccolo connected with King Kai and Gohan, instructing Gohan to first revive him. Once Piccolo was resurrected, the gods would also be revived, and the Eternal Dragon would return to Earth, enabling them to wish for everyone's revival. The second wish was to send Piccolo to Namek so he could confront Frieza, who had destroyed his home. The third wish was left to Gohan. Upon hearing this, King Kai was infuriated, insisting that they should not engage in combat. At that moment, Vegeta sensed Frieza's presence. Goku had not yet recovered, and Vegeta noticed the sky darkening ominously. Seeing the dragon, Vegeta immediately understood the situation and rushed toward it. Frieza was nearly upon them when Piccolo was finally revived. The gods in the celestial realm were also brought back to life. Dendi promptly voiced the second wish, but encountered an issue. He did not specify that Piccolo should appear at the wishing site. Consequently, Piccolo was randomly teleported to a location on Namek. Nonetheless, Piccolo sensed the energy and swiftly flew over. At that moment, an enraged Vegeta arrived. Gohan implored him not to be angry, mentioning there was still one more wish. Vegeta then seized Dendi, declaring, "Wish for him to possess immortality." Krillin remarked, "It seems this is our only option." Just as Dendi was about to make the third wish, the Namekian dragon suddenly vanished, and the Dragon Balls turned into inert stone spheres. With the Elder already deceased, Vegeta was unable to make his wish successfully, resulting in Frieza arriving behind them. Frieza was furious. He couldn't believe that the confident Vegeta intended to challenge him directly. Meanwhile, Piccolo encountered Neil on his way to join the fray. Neil explained that because Piccolo had separated from the Kami, his power was still lacking. Neil suggested that Piccolo merge with him. Piccolo declined, stating he didn't want to assimilate Neil's personality. Neil responded that he was merely serving as a catalyst for enhancement. Consequently, Piccolo merged with and assimilated Neil. At this moment, Piccolo was brimming with confidence. Back on Frieza's side, after amassing immense energy, he remained stationary, continuously unleashing wave attacks. Krillin and Gohan readied themselves to launch a combined assault. Just as Frieza was about to strike, Vegeta appeared and deflected the wave. Vegeta was confident that the trio could defeat Frieza, partly because Gohan possessed tremendous potential, and partly because Vegeta felt he was on the verge of becoming a Super Saiyan. Frieza dismissed Vegeta's confidence as nonsense and launched a punch at him. The two clashed in a standoff when Vegeta's power level surged rapidly, causing Frieza's battle power detector to explode. Everyone began to see a glimmer of hope. Vegeta instructed Frieza to transform, explaining that he had learned from Cell that Frieza's usual form was intended to reduce energy consumption. Frieza countered, saying he was different. His power was too immense for him to control. Frieza also mentioned that he hadn't transformed even while attacking Vegeta's planet, and that Vegeta's father was of mediocre strength. Vegeta restrained himself as Frieza began to transform, first shedding his coat, then his entire body grew exponentially larger. Sensing something was amiss, Piccolo shouted to Gohan and accelerated forward. Vegeta and the others were astonished. Frieza warned them to be cautious, declaring that his current power level exceeded 1 million. He then briefly demonstrated his might. A sudden gust of powerful winds arose, rocks rained down like hail. Frieza pondered whom to eliminate first and charged directly at Krillin. Krillin hurriedly threw Dendy aside but was pierced by Frieza's attack. Vegeta took responsibility, saying his distraction in attending to Dendy led to this situation. Gohan immediately launched an attack but was effortlessly swept aside by Frieza. Frieza then hurled Krillin into the water and blocked Gohan from coming to his aid. What can they do now? See you in next video.